Hi, my name is Lynette Gazy. In an attempt to get things done quickly and on time, we are tempted to turn on the TV for our children or give them some mobile device to get them occupied. Well, it is okay to get them occupied trying to finish up some work, but is getting them to look on a screen the best way to do that? I am going to spend a few minutes to persuade you that too much TV is detrimental to the growth and development of infants and toddlers. I have personally observed how too much TV has affected my nephew, and I have done extensive research on this topic for this speech. You could help your child or relative and the society as a whole if you know how much too much screen time affects them. I will illustrate the problem of how a lot of children today have speech delay and behavioral problems due to too much screen time and explore some solutions on how to curb this problem. Many children today have speech delay and behavioral problems which affects them in adulthood. According to a 29-year study in July issue of Pediatrics, children with speech delay may be at a greater risk of developing social, emotional, and behavioral problems as adults. Language delays can affect a child's capability of socializing with peers and making friends, and this can be carried on into his adult years. The child may have trouble cultivating and maintaining relationships or even keeping a job, which can lead to mental and behavioral problems such as depression and deviance. Research conducted by the American Academy of Pediatrics showed that as the number of smart devices and other handheld devices increased in the US homes, children who use these devices before beginning to talk may be at a higher risk of speech delays. Another research conducted by Christakis Dimitri showed that audible television is associated with decreased exposure to discernible human adult speech and decreased child vocalization, which explains the association between infant television exposure and delayed language development. Another problem from a child watching too much TV is the child developing aggressive behaviors, especially when it has violent content. A study by L. Rowell Huseman found that there is a significant correlation between viewing TV violence and aggressive behavior. Reading helps improve the vocabulary, communication, and writing skills of children. That is why it is important to read to children and at an early age so they can understand the value of reading. Now that you understand the problem of speech delay, let us explore the cause. Infants and toddlers today spend too much time watching TV and using mobile devices instead of exploring their environment and interacting with people around them. A survey conducted by the American Academy of Pediatrics showed that 92.2% of 1-year-olds have already used a phone or a mobile device. Another research by Eureka Alex shows that each additional 30 minutes of handheld screen time was linked to a 49% increased risk in expressive speech delay. Though some parents believe educational television is very important and can be entertaining and educational, too much of it can prevent them from interacting with the people around them. According to the Urban Child Institute, infants and toddlers are more likely to remember a demonstration of a simple task than watching a video of the same task. I quite remember when I tried to potty train my 2-year-old. I figured if he learnt his ABCs on TV, then he should be able to learn how to go potty on TV. We watched a lot of YouTube videos on potty training, but did not yield any results. We only got through potty training when I demonstrated a few times to him what he has to do when he wants to go potty. For children under age 3 who are now understanding the relationship between TV and reality, television and video are not effective teachers. Now that we have looked at the causes, let us see how we can solve them. Parents, guardians, and caregivers should take television off the menu or limit the amount of time children spend watching TV and rather interact with them. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommend that children under the age of 2 do not watch TV at all, and that older children between age 1 to 2 spend 2 hours or less watching quality programming on TV. Parents should be able to enforce this in their homes for the benefit of their children. Parents should role model healthy habits. Watching too much TV or using a mobile device yourself as a parent or a caregiver will make limiting screen time for your kids ineffective. Children learn a lot from what you do than what you say. Limiting your screen time as a parent will give you more time to interact with them. It may seem difficult or impossible, but it will be worth it. According to Dr. Hill in his article, Why to Avoid TV for Infants and Toddlers, when it comes to day-to-day learning, children need to touch things, throw them, and most of all, see the faces of and hear the voices of the people they love the most. Play with your kids and encourage other activities such as reading, playing outside, and doing some art. The most significant period of a child's development, especially for the brain, is in its first 3 years. The child's brain is more receptive to positive influences and more vulnerable to negative ones than it will be in later years. Use this period of development to teach your child things that will affect his life positively, instead of relying on the media to teach your child anything, making them vulnerable and exposed to all sorts of negative content in the media. I have explained to you the problem of speech delay and behavioral disorders in children today because of the high volume of TV content. I hope I have persuaded you that too much screen time is detrimental to the development of children. I did some research on this topic for this speech, and I observed the effects of too much screen time on a nephew. We are all guilty in one way or the other. You will do a child a lot of good when you put some restrictions on watching TV and using mobile devices. The next time you want to engage a child, do it with something else apart from TV or a mobile device. I would like to end with this quote by David Hale. If you are what you eat, then the brain is what it experiences, and video entertainment is like mental junk food for babies and toddlers. To protect a baby's brain, turn off the TV. Thank you.